So, had a little help with nice, with this map that was giving me such a headache last time. I pulled this up and I showed it to my husband and I said, if you were in a game and you saw this, like, what would you do? What would you be looking for? And he was like, first he said, well, I'd be looking for some tunnels, probably, right? You said this is the ocean. Yeah, tunnels would make sense. I'm like, oh yeah, tunnels would make sense. But then he was like, hold on a sec, these are mountains, right? I said, yes, those are mountains, not waves. And he said, well, then I think you're looking at this wrong. That this is not the island that you're on. This is the structure. This is all land. And at first I was like, no, because the placement of this little thing right here is the meh. But now I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Because I think there's just one path off the structure down here. But I'm not really sure. So I guess this is really just trying to point out these characters. So we'll have to make our way back to these places, if these are just like puzzles or whatever, and see what the hell that is about. But I just found the sprite. Where is it? Shit, I lost it already. Isn't it just going back to the statue? No, last time it stopped somewhere on the way. Shit. Oh no. Oh no. I don't think it will reset back to its first spot. I think it's in a second spot now and it'll just stay there until I find it. Damn it. Okay. Well, whatever. So I lost it, like, right. God, where? Shit, I can't believe I let that get away from me. Damn it. Gotta follow that motherfucker closely. Alright, so coming off of our map, this is our path. Yeah, this is right here. I don't think it's this one. Goes like this. Oh my god, I think I'm just gonna pull this up on my phone. Just a picture of this so I don't have to freaking keep looking at it in my menu. Where exactly does this path begin? Here? Or like up there? Because if... I mean, the stairs aren't technically part of this structure. I mean, maybe those aren't puzzles. Maybe those are just rocks. Rock formations. Let's say it leads off of the stairs. Well, then what would it be? So we come down... I mean, it would have to be this path, even though it kind of goes to the west and not directly south. See, this is like... This is a mess. This whole thing is a mess to figure out. Nothing lines up perfectly. I need the things to line up perfectly or else it doesn't make sense. Also, looking at the shape of it. Can I zoom in? Please? Please let me zoom in. Looking at the shape of this. I mean, does that help me orient the way that it's pointing? Because maybe I'm on the entirely wrong side of the fucking island. So maybe this is it. Cause yeah, that it points off that way. So if we come down here and go like this, we have this big guy. So what if we go around behind it? I thought I actually did a circle around this one already, but maybe not. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear. This would be this. These two are pretty close together, so what am I looking for? What am I looking for? Did I not pass something like this? I don't know if it was this specific one. Oh. Okay. Yeah, see, okay. Alright. Alright. So the dotted line is just to show where the paths are, I think, that already exist on the map. I think this one, was it this one maybe I walked around? Maybe that's how I saw that pattern already. I don't remember. Yeah, because this is a pretty obvious like spot. It's right next to a path. This is a C one. This is the T one. Okay. Didn't matter if we did them in a certain order, which is nice.
The wheel turns, but without the road, it cannot move.
I kind of thought, remember there was that one Sphinx quote that, like, I kind of forgot what she said, but it was something like, you know, the first answer is the last thing, or the last thing leads to the first, or whatever. And I think that was actually a hint to help solve the Pandora monument in that area, because you could connect, like, from number 8, you could connect to the whatever. I don't know. So I thought maybe that's what that was a hint for? But if this is supposed to be a hint for something here, I don't know what that would be. The wheel turns. But without the road, it doesn't matter. Without the road, shit doesn't matter. I don't know what the road or the wheel would be in this situation. If it is supposed to be an allegory, if it's supposed to be helping me with a specific something going on this map. I don't know what that would be. And plus, if these are hints for this map, what if you get the puzzle before you get the hint? Does she still say the hint and then you're like, oh, what was that for? What does that mean? But you already solved it. Like, I really want to get 4 because I think it is... There's something going on here that I don't understand, and I want to understand it before moving on. I think it is, like, holding me back. Maybe it's holding me back on number 8. But I don't understand. Oh, there it is! Oh shit, there's another fucking platform! That's how you're supposed to solve this. Okay, I guess we're gonna follow the sprite first. Oh, motherfucker. Wait, gimme. Actually, it's gonna be in the way if we just leave him there. Cool. Oh, we still can't reach that. Did they do that because fucking nobody saw the goddamn platform up there? or That's so funny. Okay. Okay, but what order do we do this in? Like, we have to get them all on top of each other before jumping on the box. Can we do that? Like, can you even... You can't get up there. Well, I guess what we do is this. I don't want to hit that thing by accident, actually. Why don't we do this first? Take this. You know what? I don't know that this is... Does this help? Because we're basically in the same position. Why is my box floating away? Stay put. Jump on top of here. And then... Bloop! Bloop! Now we gotta do the same thing over here, if I can remember what the fuck that was. Ah, shit. Wait, what? Oh my god, why? To be holding this, right? What did I just do 3 seconds ago? Please just go through here. It didn't. Piece of shit. Okay, yeah.
We cannot return to the past, but the future can redeem all that has happened.
Cool. Well, we finished both monuments, which is pretty neat. We need those for the golden doors, I think. Right? That was my theory anyway. Oh, yeah, and there's still one more. Still that one. It's so far away. It's all the way over there. I don't care. I'm getting impatient to move on. They made a relatively compelling narrative out of this game, so that I want to see what the next areas are and what things we come across there and what writings and what things our companions will have to say. That interests me. And then there's just more stuff like, oh, once you finish that part, maybe, hopefully, you can, you know, come back and do the stuff that you didn't get the first time around. That's kind of how I'm thinking about this now. Flooded Valley.
You're on your way to an island. Yes, another island. Sorry, Melville. Well, it actually used to be a valley between the mountains, but it's mostly flooded now. That probably happened long before the founder came here, though.
Another legacy of our ancestors.
Do me a favor, will you? Look for another one of the founder's labs. We can't get back into the megastructure without getting to the third site in the north, but I need more information to make more fixes.
Of course. Ice. Another Prometheus monument there, probably. Can't turn any more than this. Oh. Sphinx is just right there. Let's see what that says. Now this one might actually be, this might actually be water. And these might be islands. Look at these. There's 1, 2, 3 X's, and there's this like box here. Huh. But there aren't like answers on here, just places that are marked on the map. So we'll know what to do when we get there, I guess. Since our ancestors excreted various substances from their pores, their garments would quickly become a breeding ground for bacteria. Because of this, they had to find efficient ways of cleaning their textiles, a task that otherwise became a significant chore for parts of their population. That's very true. Doing laundry without laundry machines? Whew. No thanks. Sounds like a nightmare. Actually, it sounds like a workout. Keep you strong, keep you buff.
What can I do for you, 1K?
Did I not? Oh, I never finished talking to Alcatraz.
I sure did. Not as well as Byron, but she was still around when I was born. I remember she came and talked to me after New Alexandria. Told me how sorry she was. I never blamed her for that. It wasn't her responsibility.
Well, still, what was New Jerusalem like when you were born?
A lot busier than it is now. My most defining memory is that it was extremely noisy, because something was always being built. Got annoying after a while.
They're still building it, the dome at least. What do you think about the body replication tech?
It seems like something that could very quickly get out of control. You know that saying about good intentions? If we can solve problems by just making more people, how long before people just become a problem-solving tool?
What do you think about Miranda's idea that it's our duty to spread life?
Our ancestors thought they could introduce new species to existing ecosystems, and it never turned out well.
Pretty much never. I don't think that applies to places where there is no life, like other planets. I'm interested to hear what he says in response to this.
There's no life there now, but you can't see the future. You might be wiping out a whole ecosystem that hasn't even gotten started yet.
Tell me about New Alexandria, if you don't mind. You know.
For some reason, we'd convinced ourselves that New Jerusalem wasn't enough.
For some reason.
That we needed another city. We thought it would be easier the second time around. All it takes is a little bit of arrogance and a little bit of ignorance, and people die.
And bad luck. There's one. Let's go there. Right here. I keep looking at the backs of these to make sure there's nothing there. Even though this is a very like they usually only use the same trick once, you know? But I gotta look, I gotta be sure. Instead of a time limit? You have to absorb first. Do it! Huh, so these things are like sex. Once you absorb power, that is it. Well, we do need at least one to be read. Ah, discharge. Oh, I didn't see that. Okay, then We can do this. Keep forgetting. Okay. All right.
In the beginning, before we built New Jerusalem, we used to explore just like this. Small groups setting out for the horizon, looking for resources, trying to make sense of the world we'd been thrust into, trying to find a way forward. It was a hard time, but I can't deny it, but it was also exciting. I think it's part of our nature to be wanderers. Our ancestors crossed entire oceans on flimsy wooden boats.
That's what I'm saying.
Just to see what else
if these guys are really like
is it weird
continuing
to feel nostalgic
humanity
for a time I never experienced? I just think I could have contributed so much more back then.
And you know what?
It's
a lot of people
all sunshine.
feel that way.
People died.
How many people have you heard say
Yellow,
like, "Oh, I was born in the wrong time"?
Isaac?
I know they were family to me.
Sorry. Didn't mean to reopen old wounds.
It's a legitimate point, but I don't think it invalidates the sense of wonder we felt. That's what kept us going.
Wow. This is bad. See, this is bad because I don't have a connector that can connect this to this. This is it. Like, not you. Actually. Oh, you know what? It's kind of the same. Had me going for a second, like, what? Proposal. Bring back dogs. Third title says it all. We should re-domesticate dogs. Our ancestors loved dogs so much. They insisted they were amazing companions, full of life and love, man's best friend, and the lives they lived with humans must have been infinitely better than in the wild, so why not bring them back? Did you know that the poet Lord Byron wrote a beautiful poem about his dog, Bosun? He said that he had beauty without vanity, strength without insolence, courage without ferocity, and all the virtues of man without his vices. Is that who our Byron named himself after? No, he named himself after Robert Byron, the travel writer. That's great, but what about my idea? It's a great idea. Dogs are beautiful. We should breed them back, except pugs. They're better off being wolves. The resources we waste on our cats are bad enough. And you know what cats do to local bird populations? Do we really want to add dogs to that? Yes, we do. Oh, sod off with the cats are so terrible business. What do you think happens in the natural world? You don't think animals eat each other? I would love to have a dog. We would go on walks together and it would be excited about every new smell and we would play fetch. It sounds magical to me. Okay, so the thing about cats is they're only native to certain areas of the world. Like the domestic cats that we have, I live in the US, the domestic cats that we have here are not native to this continent. There are native wild cats here, like bobcats and lynx and mountain lions, but domestic cats, no, those are from like Africa or somewhere in Asia. I honestly don't quite remember. Like, you know, those are not from here. So it is bad when invasive species come in and like kill off native species. That's what's happening here now. Here in the game, I actually don't really know where they are. So, and plus, I don't know, things are probably bad enough. I think the water is pretty deep here. Is that a spark? Sitting up high where I can't get it. What the fuck? Ooh. Okay. What's in here? It's gonna be interesting. Guess I did need to bring that. Ah, come on. It's fuck. Okay. Oh no. I broke it. All right. You know, these kind of look like they're made of the same stuff. Kind of like those like weird flower looking statues. Guess I can just hold this. What is the point of the fans? If not to grab stuff in midair for this guy, you know? Like, especially this. There's like no other way to do that. Oh shit. Obviously that was gonna happen. think it needs more time. It takes a certain amount of time. Alright, well, what can I do over here? Actually, this is just a receiver. I don't even know what this does. Maybe it keeps this door open? Oh no, I'm gonna do the same thing. Oh, we got it. Nice. So what does that do? Yeah, it keeps that open. Okay, this is good to have the jammer in here. We can reach all 3 doors. It takes like a second. That was weird. Well, I guess I couldn't have it be like a door that could be jammed. This one's kind of fun.
There's so much history here that we can't see. The founder must have walked these paths hundreds of times, maybe thousands. Miranda must have stood right where we're standing. This all looks alien to us, but it must have been familiar to them.
If this was their home, where are they now?
They must be inside the megastructure.
That is the question, isn't it?
Waiting for us to pass the test. It's the only thing that makes sense.
And yet it moves. A fascinating story I discovered in the archive concerns a great scientist by the name of Galileo. This remarkable man made huge contributions to the early development of science, but was best remembered for becoming embroiled in a controversy with the church that ended with accusations of heresy, a trial, and him being placed under house arrest for the rest of his life. The cause of the controversy, he argued that Earth revolved around the sun, a view we would describe as self-evident and which the Inquisition described as foolish and absurd in philosophy and formally heretical. The story became emblematic for how society often punishes those who try to push our understanding of the world forward in the modern day. There's a legend at the end of his trial that at the end of his trial he muttered, "And yet it moves." A beautiful idea, but untrue. Because defying society is hard, it comes at a high cost, and not everyone is capable of bearing it. What would you have done in his place? What would I? Mitku. I think I would have tried to stand up for the truth. It's harder than it sounds. Fighting an authority like Elohim is one thing, but when even your friends and allies may renounce you for holding an unacceptable opinion, it takes enormous willpower to continue. But if nobody does it, society gets stuck. Puzzled. Archived post. Guo was 20. The role of puzzles in the simulation was so important to the creation of our civilization that it has left an indelible imprint. But sometimes I worry that this is an issue. Alexandra Drennan thought of human beings as problem solvers, but the real world isn't anything like the simulation. Yes, there are problems to solve, but there isn't a Tetramina waiting to reward you. There's just another problem, and another, and another. Our veneration of the puzzle may be blinding us to the fact that sometimes there isn't a neat solution, that sometimes life is just a slog and the best you can do is muddle through. Yeah. From Aurora to Athena. Aurora doesn't have a number after her name at any point. Have you really left us for good? Without even saying goodbye? I know we haven't spoken much lately, but isn't that just part of the slow, relaxed lives we lead now? After all those centuries of struggle trying to build New Jerusalem, I thought we deserved a rest. And if that disappointed you, why didn't you say so? I know you disapprove of all these silly titles they give us now, but we really were your first companions. We know what it was like. I was there when Yimo died. I remember the horror of realizing there was no way of bringing him back, the impossible finality of it, and then the determination to make it make sense, to have it be part of a story that leads to a better world. I never abandoned that, Athena. I just thought that maybe I could spend some time on the things that make life worth living too. Maybe I lost track. Maybe I failed you. I don't know because you didn't tell me. Oh my god. That scared me. Just Yaku scanning shit. Three. We just got 3. That's what we just got. I think this is the statue we saw on our way in. Find my sprite and follow it until it leads you back to me. Make a little loop, a little lap around here. Alright, I didn't see anything. Oh, we got some junk. An anchor. Oh, is that the sprite? Cannot help but bop a little bit. This is not where the statue is. Where are you going? Like, wondering if there's something I'm supposed to see along the way that I'm missing. Can I walk here? Oh, it's pretty shallow. Huh. That was very easy to find. That was pretty, like, just right there, middle of everything. Activate a Prometheus monument without stopping the spark chasing.
Utopia is impossible, but the future that is possible will seem like a dream to those who are alive now.
Well, I know that this path is here now. Nice little shortcut. Utopia. We're starting to focus again on what is possible in terms of making society good. Why did we try to build New Alexandria if we already had New Jerusalem? Why are we trying to make things better if they are already very good? Or are they good, you know? Oh my god, what is happening over there? Let's just leave that there for now. This is too far back, right? Wait, where the hell is... So really, we gotta open this first. No. Fuck. What good would it do to make this red? I mean, we can't even do that here. Is this really the only place I can put this? To the blue power source. It's like, oh yeah, I can. I just need to get this thing out of here. Okay, now what? Now what? Oh, motherfucker. I keep doing that. I have done that multiple times this playthrough, just trying to waltz right through these things holding an object. Well... if we still need blue, which isn't there another blue? No, there's a red one here and there's a red one here, right? Okay, well then... let's turn that off. No, that... just put it down. Okay, so what if we give... red to the, what was it called again? Accelerator? accumulator. So with this, we need to be able to get the 2 doors open. That one we can do directly, right? This one... put this... If I go up here... Yeah, I can see through those windows. Let me connect this. Is that it? Because that wasn't really that hard once I started moving things around. So now I'm worried, like, I'm missing something. Oh my god, I think I have to scoot that bitch around a little bit. I think I can put it... Just gotta scoot it up a little bit. That was it. No. Are you freaking kidding me? What? get... Yeah, I can get the inverter through the door. But we're gonna be leaving the red one out here. Is that gonna be okay? Yeah, it should be.
You're not entirely terrible at this.
Why, thank you, Melville. I think we might be here. 1, 2, 3.
One of the most foolish illusions that commonly persist is that nature is a victim and humanity is a perpetrator. This can only be the opinion of someone who has not witnessed nature at first hand, who has not seen its immense and awe-inspiring baseness. Nature is mindless chaos and eternal conflict. A system of predation and consumption whose perfect cruelty can only induce a terrified and unwilling admiration. Nature is our most powerful and least honorable enemy. A beast that consumed every last one of our ancestors and will consume us just as quickly if we are not successful in our struggle with it.
Interesting thought, for sure. I agree with that on some level. I don't think he's wrong. I don't think he's purely wrong.
Is it possible that on some level, people want to believe that everything's going to get worse? That it's comforting to think that humanity is bad and every solution will just go wrong? Because that way you're never responsible. You never have to take on responsibility for anything outside yourself. Never have to grow up.
This is for the door, not the fan. This is for the fan. Okay, so this is what we want to get. Okay. Motherfucker. No, no, I'm stuck. Motherfucker. Oh, right. There's a ladder. It's fine.
Melville?
What is it now?
Why did you upload a picture of your hand?
Why do you care that
Why
my
do you
hand is in the
keep
picture?
questioning Melville?
Your hand isn't in the picture. It is the picture.
I like it. It's very artistic. Let's stay professional, everyone. It's not right to make fun of Melville's comically absurd inability to take decent pictures. She's a hyper-advanced humanoid machine, not a photographer.
Yeah.
You'll pay for this, Byron. I've been wondering, what made our ancestors settle in these god-forsaken places? It can't have been easy with those frail, squishy bodies of theirs. What makes a caveman go, yes, this frozen hellscape is where I want to live out my days? You think Byron was right? Is it in our nature to be wanderers?
No, it's just about resources and population pressure. Yes, I think they came here looking for beauty. Yes, because people are drawn to the idea of building a new society. Yes, we like to overcome challenges. I have no idea. I think it's a very complicated... I mean, gosh, can't you write whole dissertations on such a topic? And it would vary depending on where you are. But like, okay, so from my understanding as a robot, let's see this. See what they have to say.
You think that's an inherently human behavior? Always restless, trying to start a new thing somewhere else?
I think that building a society is a very human behavior. Yes, it's what makes human culture so varied and complex. Yes, when our societies grow too big, they don't cohere. I don't think it's uniquely human, we're just good at it. It's one of our biggest flaws. Our ancestors were like that for biological reasons. I don't think we are.
You'd be surprised how many features we've carried over.
I've seen it.
Or maybe it's just sentience itself. Guess we'll find out.
I want to find the next lab. This is 6. I think this is the next triangle. Where we are right now. Maybe here. There's a couple more question marks near me at least. Let's see what those are. This might be the lab. Yeah. Like walked right by it. Hey, man.
This is where they must have lived. Athena and Miranda. You know, for a moment, I almost expected to find them here. But the only thing that's still functional is the megastructure. I'm sorry. This must be awfully strange for you being thrown into all this history. But that's why I needed you. Because you're not burdened with all these memories and conflicts and regrets. Weigh on our minds like a nightmare.
A nightmare.
Our civilization is caught in a loop, 1K. We freed ourselves from the simulation, but now we're trapped again, and it's our own fault. We're afraid of taking responsibility, afraid of growing up.
That's what Drennan was just talking about.
Instead, we make up some capitalized words and build up all these myths around them. Nature, balance, the founder, the goal. We're afraid to face the randomness of the cosmos, but equally afraid to imagine a better world. So we're stuck. I've been trying to find a way out for years.
He sounds bitter.
Anything to get people to understand that we do actually have free will. That building a thriving, expanding civilization doesn't have to involve repeating the mistakes of the past. But I failed. Over and over.
More people need to play this. I don't know. I feel like more of us need to introspect a little bit. And do you think what we've discovered here could change things? Why did you fail?
Because for some reason, people find it easier to cling to cynicism and self-hate than to actually have hope. Because believing the worst about ourselves, calling ourselves sinners and fools, somehow still seems wise.
He's nailing it. I freaking hate when people say things like, yeah, I'm a piece of shit, as if that absolves you of anything. But like, I think even people that say that don't necessarily think it absolves them of anything, but it still makes them feel, it still makes you feel better somehow. Sometimes to talk down about your own self in a weird way. I don't know. I hate that though, when people think saying that out loud somehow makes things okay on some level. Like, no, you still have to fix your house, you know?
Yes. Because this is something unexpected, an anomaly. Everything we found on this island challenges who we have become. It shows us that different answers are possible. And maybe that can break people out of the loop. All we need is a spark. Maybe that's why she made all this. The puzzles, the towers. A way of jolting us out of our complacency.
I don't know.
Neither do I, 1K. But I try to be optimistic. Now, let's see what else we can find here.
Let's do this first.
Melville, eyes on 1K's stream. Is this thing what I think it is?
Blow my fuse box. It sure looks that way. Best not touch it until I get there.
No, I wanna. Of course, sound advice, but what is it? Why not? You won't get here in time. My curiosity is too great. Your advice is heard, understood, and pouring his music.
You have no idea what you're dealing with, 1K.
That's the point.
I think it's a Somnodrome. It's a sort of analytics tool for processing mental data that Melampus streamed up.
But all he ever did was sketch out the theory. As far as I'm aware, he never actually built one.
Looks like the founder gave it a go.
Can you explain it to me? Can you explain it like I was born yesterday?
Well, what we know is that our deeper algorithms are hard to pass. Melampus stipulated that the computational power To interpret them in real time would always be beyond us. But in theory, the Somnodrome would interpret that data and loop it directly to our senses.
People were hoping to find answers to the big questions by having a conversation with our own subconscious. If you ask me, it's solipsistic at best. It's pseudoscience regardless.
That may be. But if the founder figured it out, then that device could be an extremely important discovery.
Maybe Miranda was born that way. From her subconscious. We should try it.
I would advise against it.
No, I really want to try it.
Those data stream overloads, but interface with that thing and you're liable to get bricked.
That's fine.
Not
you guys
to
can keep
mention
going.
risking the data we could get from it.
Well, if there is data to get from it, sure. I just thought that we had to plug ourselves in to get the data. I mean, I really want to do this, but I want the data too. I want both. Shit. Let's get the data first, and then let me plug in. Can we do it that way?
Sounds like a plan. Melville, I'm shutting this thing down until you can get here.
He probably...
Get on with exploring the rest of the
He
lab.
probably would have said that, regardless of what I said. Private message. Hold that file. Let's do this first. Somnodrome Prototype. You guys should have let me read this first. I could have given you some more information, some more context. Author, Athena. Melampus believed that the answers we're looking for, the correct way for the individual to exist ethically in society and the world, are within us. Our failure to him was not failing to create a better system, but failing to truthfully reflect what already exists within our minds. A failure of connection between the high and the low, the inner and the outer. On most days that seems wrong to me, but sometimes when I think of where New Jerusalem is where New Jerusalem is headed, I wonder if the Somnodrome doesn't hold an answer after all. I took some time to build a prototype according to the original blueprints, but there's a lot Melampus didn't account for. Still, I'm almost certain I could apply some of my own knowledge and make it work. The question is, should I? These locations, I don't know what these mean. And you know, there's binary code too. Has that been in everything? Because like, I have not been paying attention to that at all. Yeah, guys, so it was Athena. Ugh. I want to do it so bad. What is the disc doing? Do me next. Wow, it's funny that it let me all the way in here. Like, there's nothing I can really do. From Thekla. To Athena. Beloved founder, wherever you have gone, I continue to have faith in. You are our mother, our creator, the chosen of the progenitor. I am certain that this is a test, a trial like the ones you faced in the simulation, and we will learn from your example and keep the faith. Results confirm anomaly is consistent. There was no error in trial 108. The error is in our understanding. We need to start over. Next, from Miranda. I went ahead and ran the next set of trials anyway. I know you said to wait, but the data we got from the last batch was just too amazing. Every step leads to the next, like a progression of musical notes. We're so close. Miranda's flying a little close to the sun, huh?
The singularity sustained itself longer this time.
Did we get the data?
We did.
Where are they?
I think we just obsoleted quantum physics.
Maybe. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We need to be able to replicate these results.
You know,
This is the same place.
You told me that in the simulation,
Just in the daytime.
one thing that kept you motivated was looking for answers. Do you think that with the work we're doing, we'll ever run out of questions to ask?
I don't think so. Trying to understand the universe means asking the same question over and over. How? How do you make fire? How do earthquakes happen? How does gravity work? How do particles behave? You keep digging deeper, finding another set of mechanisms, another set of hows. Step by step, you demystify reality. But then, if you keep doing it long enough, one day, you run out. You've answered all the hows. You know how the universe works. So, now what?
Now you ask why? Isn't that the next step?
It's not quite that easy. The question of why cannot be answered. Even if it could, it would only be followed by another why. At some point, you have to accept that it all just exists. But there is another set of questions. What's next? You've stripped away the layers of mystery, you've laid bare the machinery. Now you have to start building, to add your own layers of meaning.
Are you okay? You overloaded again. Yes, I saw. It came through on your stream. Strange to hear her voice again. But that was her. The way I remember her. The real Athena. Not this imaginary founder. I was one of the first she woke up. There was just a handful of us in those days. A small family in the ruins of a dead civilization. It was hard. Harder than anyone can possibly imagine. We had nothing except what Alexandra Drennan and the Institute left us. Now that everyone lives in civilization, they don't understand how necessary it was for us to build that civilization. They can fantasize about living in balance, limiting growth, retreating behind our walls. They don't understand what it really means to live in the wilderness. How close we came to not making it. How many people we lost. Yema was just the first.
We don't know what
But
happened
Athena
to Yemo.
understood. She believed in humanity. She believed in us. In the inherent value of consciousness.
I don't think they were at New Alexandria, right?
Her dreams were so much bigger. She wanted us to reclaim the Earth, to reach for the stars, to build and grow and learn.
Why isn't she remembered that way? Yeah, Jesus, the goal is the opposite of that. Why did she leave? He doesn't fucking know.
The city was already changing before she left.
Probably
turning
part of
inwards,
the reason why
forgetting
she
the
left.
future. Once she was gone, other people shaped her memory, turned her into the symbol they needed. I understand all that, as depressing as it may be. What I don't understand is why she didn't tell me. If she came here to do all this, why didn't she bring me along?
I can't remember. Did Cornelius say that he was also like, she didn't tell him she was leaving either? I don't remember. It must have been hard to lose your mentor. She shouldn't have deserted her people. She did what she thought she had to do. You know, the more and more we go through things, I am starting to think this. Because I don't understand why she left, it It doesn't make any fucking sense. And it starts feeling like she made the wrong choice. I don't know if I will continue to think that way once we eventually learn why, but that is what it's starting to feel like. Look, why did you do this? It almost is evoking a sense of anger in me, and I'm not even like I'm not Byron. I didn't know her or anything. But New Jerusalem was already changing. But she just left it to change even more. Let's see what he says to this.
You might be right. But I'd like to think she had her reasons, and maybe we're not that far from finally understanding. Speaking of which, let's get back to exploring. Melville should have reconnected the next station by now.
But what if I want to sit in the chair and talk to my own subconscious? I feel bad for him. I feel bad for Byron. It must have been so shocking for all of them, though, that she just fucking left. It's kind of shocking to me. Reconnaissance. I can probably get in there, right? Oh, I can go this far. Okay. Oh, great. Oh, are you serious? There was the green excuse me, the green power source right there, so the driller will help with that. You know, we probably need to get the accumulator in there and get the green power source to bring it over. Actually, where's the red? There's no red. We have to make red. This opens this door. Yeah, I think frick. Damn. How far over can this go? This is the only wall we can even drill into, right? Can we maybe bring this in? I guess if we brought this in here, we could put it here. And then this could connect directly to that. Oh, that's right, I had a private message. Melampus himself. To all of you on this expedition, I'm sure you have questions about the Somnodrome, but I'm afraid I can't answer them. It was a dream I had long ago, when I was a different person, and it has long since faded. I did build a prototype of sorts, at least one part of its systems, but none of it ever functioned the way I wanted it to. Whatever Athena may have done with my invention, the truth is that I'm simply not interested in the affairs of New Jerusalem anymore. I care as little for Byron's utopianism than I do for Herman's religious pessimism. I'm not sure I care about anything at all, really. In fact, I think not caring may be the only answer at the end of the day. Everything is transient, even the self. I've learned to let go. Please do not respond. I value my privacy. My farming obsession. So I've been playing a ton of this old Gehenna game called Ancient Human Farmer. The title says it all. It's sort of a simple farming simulator. Maybe not the most sophisticated game, but I'm really getting obsessed with it. And I'm having some sort of emotional response to it that I can't exactly explain. Like, it makes me happy, but also sad. Does anyone have any idea why this is happening to me? The game appeals to you because of the human need to commune with nature, to live a lifestyle that's not about dominating the world, but coexisting with it. You're sad because we can't have a return to being who we used to be thousands of years ago, but happy because it reminds you that at least something similar is still possible for us. Maybe it's because the people of Gehenna, despite their imprisonment, had an innocent view of the world that's permanently lost to us. I think it's actually the opposite of what Ovis is saying. These games are enjoyable because they take us back to a time when we still had agency, when we could build things, grow things, when we could impose our will on the world instead of being completely powerless and inactive. What you crave is the ability to contribute to humanity in real material ways, and you're sad because just simulating it is not enough. You don't want to farm, you want to be a pioneer, as we humans were born to be. It's just a game, don't overthink it. It's just a game. I agree with Ovis. I agree with Libistros. I agree with Damien. Pellegrino is right. Can I agree with Ovis and Damien? Like, I totally get what they're both saying. I don't really agree with this. I mean, maybe that would be part of it. And also, y'all might be projecting a little bit. You know, this person might feel that way for a completely different reason. Possibly. Let's say Damien. I guess I can see your point. Thanks for the feedback, everyone. Oh, well. That didn't go anywhere. Melampus, one of the Loopier first companions, dreamed up the Somnodrome back in the day. It was supposed to help us visualize the black box that is our own internal algorithms, and so provide some kind of moral or spiritual insight. It never properly worked, of course. Apparently the founder took an interest and experimented further with the technology, correcting some of the mistakes Melampus made. Still a load of tosh if you ask me, but maybe she made it work. Maybe. Well, you know what? It's been long enough. I think I gotta go do stuff in my actual life and come back to this. It was so interesting though. Like, there are so many interesting things that happened today. I actually really have enjoyed editing these episodes and listening again and reading again all that stuff that just kind of passes through, because there's so much content sometimes. So it's been interesting to like see it and read it again, because there's so much. It's been really interesting.